Well, I guess. Welcome. Did you see the new thing, Ricky? Did you see the new thing? I made a new thing and I put the rules. Do not shit and said cereal. It's a good one. Because the whole rules thing, I am a Gibson and I'm not good with rules. So, we'll just make it simple. You know, don't be a dick, but you can't exactly put that, when you're trying to spread love, and things like that. You can't use words like "don't shit" and "don't fuck shit up," as you say. Don't shit and said cereal to have good time. That I look 20 because I'm using cuss words. No, I'm just kidding. It's because I brushed my hair, literally brushed my hair, so it's not flying all over the place. Yes, there you go. And did a good job. So, did you like the new thing? I've only seen it once and I wasn't watching it when it went through this last time. It was good though, wasn't it? I thought it was good. I said, oh, masterpiece. Yeah. But I want everybody to be here so, we can do the whole Das Bible thing. Um, so I am going to say I'm going to say, do not worry, weary traveler. Do not worry. You are in the right place at the right time for all the wrong reasons, and that's good. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because you left Bizarre World. No judgment here. You passed the Twilight Zone. It's covered in goo. Don't touch nothing. You hit the fork in the road, and you took the right. Ding, ding, ding. And you rolled right into the most offensive church this side of the universe. The party pen. We clap for you. Welcome. And what we do here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book. It's called God Said, because God did not say that. But I'm going to tell you what he did say, and it's going to be so much fun. So come with me. So, where we left off, I do not remember. No, something happened. We're supposed to know what happened. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Uh, wait, things happened. What what even chapter were we on? See, I don't know what's going on. Oh, I know where we are. Okay. Haha, that's right. We're in my mom's favorite story right now. My mom. This is my mom's favorite story. It's about a guy who beat up a donkey and then his donkey talks shit. He's like, the fuck you. And then, God was like, I know you're going to try some funny shit, right? Yeah, we already passed all that. So then the king, or the man, Balaam, went to the king Balak and was like, make 7 altars and 7 sacrifices, and I'm going to go talk to God. And God tells him, no, you're going to bless these people because fuck this guy. You know, this guy doesn't want to talk about anything. He just wants to be screwed all of his life. So, no, you're going to bless these people. So then Balaam goes to Balak and is like, God said no, and Balak's pretty mad. So, where we left off, he was like, okay, well, we're then going to go to the outskirts. We're going to go to the outskirts of this place. And that's where we left off. Hold on. Yeah, that's what he said. Go to like the edge, and then maybe God will say yes. Okay. So right now, Balak is building 7 altars and is about to sacrifice 7 lambs and rams and other things. I don't know where these sacrifice rules come from or why God is okay with them because he just made a whole bunch of new sacrifice rules. So I'm not exactly sure whose sacrifice rules is the 7 rams and stuff. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, that's what they're doing right now. So come this way. I have the 6 C's for whatever time it is where you are. I have cannabis, cigarettes, coffee, chairs with your name on it, cat beds and canine space. So come on in.
Awesome!
Thank you. I also find it awesome. So please come in and sit down. I got a fucking story to tell you. So come on. Come on. Oh, and the back door's open, so if your dog needs to go out, it's okay. Just do not let your dog eat my raccoons. There's like 7 of them now. Yeah. But other than that, come on. We are on chapter 24. Wait. Right. And then. Okay. Right. So, chapter 24, it says, Now Balaam saw that it pleased the Lord to bless the vampires. He did not go, as at other times, to seek to use sorcery, but he set his face towards the wilderness. And Balaam raised his eyes and saw them camped according to their tribes, and the Spirit of God came upon him. Then he took up his oracle and said, Now, what is the oracle this time? What is it this time? No one knows. But okay, he says, The utterance of Balaam, the son of Beor, the utterance of the man whose eyes are open, the utterance of him who hears the words of God, he who has the vision of the Almighty, who falls down with eyes wide open. How lovely are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel, like valleys that stretch out, like gardens by the riverside, like aloes planted by the Lord, like cedars beside the water. He shall pour water from his buckets, and his seed shall be many. Oh, in many waters. His king shall be higher than Agag, and his kingdom shall be exalted. God brings them out of Egypt. He has strength like a wild ox. He shall consume the nations, his enemies. He shall break their bones and pierce them with his arrows. He bows down, he lies down as a lion, and as a lion who shall rouse him. Blessed is he who blesses you, and cursed is he who curses you. Okay. Hi, everyone. Press like and subscribe and chat in the chat, please. There are certain people that I wish would say hello. You can say hello. You know, who you are. You could say hello. Then Balak's anger was aroused against Balaam, and he struck his hands together. Oh, he's mad as hell. He's so mad. He said, clap off anger. Clap off. Or he's so mad that he's doing that. What did I say to you? I said, don't do that. What did I say? Man, do you think that's what he was like? uh, okay. So, anyways, he said, I called you to curse my enemies. And look, you have bountifully blessed them these 3 times. So he said, I called you to curse these people. That's exactly what he did. He went all ghetto. He said, what did I say? He went all ghetto. Yeah, he's like, I'm 100% ghetto. What did I say to you? Look, the fuck is you, yo? Okay. Anyway. Wait. Okay. What have you done? Okay. And you blessed them. Now, therefore, flee to your place. I said I would greatly honor you. But in fact, the Lord has kept you back from honor. Really? Okay. So Balaam said, did I not tell you I was gonna do what God said? He said, I can do that too. I told you. I told you. Like, man, that's what I said. I don't know. Okay. And then y'all said, you would give me a house full of silver and gold, but I cannot go beyond the word of the Lord to do good or bad. What the Lord said is what I had to say. And now, indeed, I am going to my people. Come, I will advise you what this people will do to your people in the latter days. So he took up his oracle and said, okay, what's he say? Okay. The utterance of Balaam, the son of Beor, and the utterance of the man whose eyes are open, the utterance of him who hears the words of God and has the knowledge of the Most High, who sees the vision of the Almighty, who falls down with eyes wide open. I see him. No, I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. A star shall come from Jacob, a scepter shall rise from Israel, and batter the brow of Moab, and destroy all the sons of tumult. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also, his enemy, shall be a possession. While Israel does valiantly out of Jacob, one shall have dominion and destroy the remains of the city. What? And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also, his enemy, shall be a possession. While Israel does valiantly, out of Jacob one shall have dominion and destroy the remains of the city. Then he looked on Amalek, and he took up his oracle and said, Amalek was first among the nations, but it shall be the last till he perishes. Look, Jews were not the first people. Amalek, the giants, were the first people. Literally, the giants were the first people. We came from giants, y'all. Hey, Feather, everyone is not here. I figured everybody would be here. It's like the normal time. I thought maybe, but everybody's missing. but we are doing Das Bible things. Okay. So anyway, Amalek. Amalek was the first of the nations, but shall be the last until he perishes. Then he looked on the Kenites, and he took up his oracle and said, "Firm is your dwelling place, and your nest is set in the rock. Nevertheless, Cain, Kain, shall be burned. Now, how long until Ashur carries you away captive?" Then he took up his oracle and said, "Alas, who shall live when God does this? But ships shall come from the coast of Cyprus, and they will afflict Ashur and afflict Eber, and so shall Amalek until he perishes." So Balaam arose and departed and returned to his place, and Balak also went his way. There. Hey, Feather. They will show up. Did you see the new thing? Look. Go back and look at the new thing. I made the new thing. It's got the rules on it and everything. Read them. Don't shit on the cereal. I love it. I love that new thing. Muddy! Sal, hi. Welcome. Shit, as a matter of fact. Turn your top chat to live chat so we can see everybody. Okay. Okay. So now we're going on to chapter 25. Now, the vampires remained in Acacia Grove and hopefully did not eat that fruit. Have any of you ever tasted acacia before? It tastes just like a dirty diaper smells. It's absolutely terrible. It's worse than jackfruit, and jackfruit is pretty bad. But acacia, I would eat jackfruit before I would ever eat acacia. Ever. It's so gross. But anyway, so the vampires remained in Acacia Grove, and the people began to commit harlotry with the women of Moab. Oh, you mean like they did that for day one because these people are it's so codependent. They're so codependent. Like if they feel like God's not paying attention to them, they go and do something stupid. Just like bad kids. If their parents don't pay attention to them, they just do stupid shit. I feel like that's how these people are. It's very codependent. Very, very codependent. But anyway, these people started to fuck around and they invited the people to the sacrifice of their gods. And the people ate and bowed down to their gods. So the vampires were joined to Baal Peor and they fucked around and God's about to make them find out. So let's see what God does to make these people find out. Oh, well, when you go back to the beginning, it's the new thing the new thing. I think it's so cool. It's the new intro video. You can wait till the end. I mean, I would play it right now, but it's literally 1 minute and 47 seconds of time we'll never get back. Yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe because we do this fun ass shit every night because Das Bible is amazing. It's the funniest fucking book ever. Anyway, anyway. So these people fucked around and now they're about to find out. Okay. So Moses said to the judges, every one of you, Moses has no chill. Look, every one of you, kill his men who were joined to Baal Peor. And indeed, one of the vampires came and presented to his brothers a Midianite woman, in the sight of Moses and all the congregation, who were weeping at the door of the church. Now, when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, not the brother of Ferb, saw it, he rose from among the people and took a javelin in his hand and went after the man into his tent and thrust both of them through, the man and the woman. So the plague was stopped among the vampires, and those who died in the plague were 24,000. When was there a plague? No, it said God got pissed off, and then Moses said to kill some of the people. But then somebody was like, hey, I married this chick. And then the dude was like, no, you don't. Where was there a plague? Anyway, 24,000 people. The classy, dwelling, satanic Bible man. Hey, you know what? You know what? You fit right in with me. I am also a heathen. I have a good time. And the Bible is a good time. So, oh, is that Sal? I bet that's Sal, ain't it? Yeah, it's okay. You fit in with me. I don't care what you say. I will give you a hug every day of your life. I'm hugging you right now, but you don't even know it. Oh, look, I literally just touched your butt. I'm pinching you. I love life. Okay. I love life. Okay. Anyway, then the Lord spoke. Oh my God, it's God voice. It's God voice. I miss it so much. I miss God voice. Okay. Look.
Moses! 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 Look, Moses! I haven't talked in a long time. Okay? I haven't talked in a long time. Let me talk. Look, don't interrupt me. I gotta tell you this whole thing. I wrote it down. Look, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, has turned back my wrath from these terrible ass people, because he was zealous with my zeal among them. So he's awesome. He's totally great. Look, tell him he gets a gold star. Yep. Therefore, say, behold, I give him my covenant of peace, and it shall be to him and his descendants after him a covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his God. Yeah, he did a good job. He's a good guy. It's good time. Look, I know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Anyway, he was zealous and made atonement for these terrible ass people. Now, tell him thank you. Everybody should tell him thank you. I want to see a bunch of thank yous. Right. Thank you. Phineas without the fur. Thank you.
Okay. Now, the name of the man who was killed with the woman was Zimri, the son of Salu, a leader of a father's house of the Simeon. Oh my God. Okay. His name was Zimri, a leader among the Simeonites. And the name of the woman who was killed was Cosby. I swear to God, that is literally her name. Cosby. I love life. No, her name is Cosby for real. And she was the daughter of Zer, a leader of the people of someplace in Midian. I don't know why it even needs to say this. Anyway, it was a place in Midian. Then the Lord spoke to Moses because, he finally gets to talk again because there's too much devil reading in the other one. Oh my God. Anyway, God's got to talk.
I love them. I love life. Moses, you're going to love this. You've been sitting around bored. I haven't been bored because I was playing my PlayStation. Well, actually, it's an Xbox. But you don't know anything about that. Anyway, I want you to do something because I assume you're bored. So, go harass the Midianites and attack them, for they harass you with their schemes by which they seduced you. Um, they seduced you in the matter of Peor and in the matter of Cosby. Okay, so they killed Cosby, the daughter of a leader of Midian. That's what it was trying to say up there. Their sister, who was killed in the day of the plague because of Peor. Yeah, something is happening.
Do you guys want to keep going? It's only 10 o'clock. We could keep going. I hope Jasmine shows. Nathaniel is satanical. Actually, there's a Nathaniel. We just read about a Nathaniel a second ago. He was the father of somebody, and he did something spectacular. It's not very satanic if it was a spectacular name in the Bible. I think they're just trying to take credit for that. I don't know. I wouldn't trust that shit that's made by liars. It's kind of why I'm reading this book, because I'm trying to point out that a lot of this shit is made up. Some of this stuff is just, well, you can see when they make up these rules, you can be like, no, that's not a God thing. That is a man thing. I will point that out all the time. Anyway. So, do we want to keep going? I want to keep going. I want to keep going. Who's all here? So, where'd Sal go? Okay. So, are we keep going? Did she sell Jello? I have no fucking idea what's happening in the chat. My real name is Nathan. Oh, I think so. Oh, interesting. Classy dwelling satanic Bible man. I definitely want to hug you. I think I've hugged you before in the past, and it was great. We should do that sometime. I do want to continue. Yes, I want to. We're on Numbers 26. This is my favorite. Okay. And it came to pass after the plague that the Lord spoke to Moses and Eleazar, saying, oh man, okay.
Okay. Moses and Eleazar. Turns out you might be a badass, Eleazar. We have a good time. Okay. Anyway, I need you to take a census of everybody from 20 and above by their father's houses, all who are able to go to war.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. So Moses and Eleazar, wait, all were able. So Moses and Eleazar spoke with them in the plains of Moab by the Jordan, across from the Jericho, saying, Take. Who are you speaking with? Wait a minute, what the fuck is happening? And it came to pass after the plague that the Lord spoke to Moses and Eleazar, saying, Take a census of everybody from 20 and above by their fathers' houses, all who are able to go to war in Israel. So Moses and Eleazar spoke with them in the plains of Moab by the Jordan, saying, Take a census of the people from 20 and above, just as the Lord commanded. And the vampires who came out of the land of Egypt. Reuben, hold on. How many people were in Reuben? See, we're going to have to, I don't want to read all this. Okay. We got a Bible lady. No, and also Muddy. She's a musician. Muddy plays the musician. Or Muddy plays the music. She's at a whole church and everything. And it's set up for playing music. Yeah, sure is. And Firefly is the face of the place, man. Yeah. And I don't know what Jasmine looks like. Maybe she can be like our greeter at the door. Yeah. And then our happy little satanic guy, he could be over there looking all broody in the corner with his long hair and shit. I don't know if he has long hair, but he says Satan guy, so I assume he has long hair. Even though Satan people usually have short hair. But okay. Well, they should have short hair because long hair is a God thing. But whatever. Yeah. Yep. I think it's an amazing thing. I know you all by name. I love that. I love this community. Now I'm gonna quit interrupting Das Bible because this chapter is super fucking long. Oh my god. Because it's a census. It's gonna be super long. Because it's a census, and why wouldn't it be super long for no real reason? Yeah, you know what? It's a new leader of the Church of Satan. Fuck that guy. The Pope is the enemy. The Pope has been a bad guy since before World War, but probably even before World War One. The Pope does nothing but hurt people. Oh God, he's from America. Then you can almost guarantee that is a bad guy. America. As much as I love this place, we are run by evil people. We are run by evil people. Evil comes from here. That's why we got to do this Bible shit, because evil. All of these people are evil. We got to start doing some positive things, man. We really got to start doing some positive things. That's even worse. Chicago isn't. That's a gang country, man. That's a bad fucking place. See, I need to shut my mouth because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like all the things that come from America hurt people, and it's real bad. It's a very unnecessary thing. Evil comes from this place. We need Das Bible. Oh my God. God help the world. We need to learn how to blow a trumpet. We need to go in the mountains and blow a trumpet. We need to blow a trumpet. God understands trumpet, man. We need to get to the story of David. You'll find out. But I want to see if we can get through this census, which I'm skipping all the names and shit, okay? I'm just going to try to get through the numbers. Okay. 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 So Reuben, Reubenites numbered 43,730. Um, holy shit. Oh yeah, no. Okay. The sons of Simeon were 22,200. The sons of Gad were 40,500. The sons of Judah, were family of Judah were 76,500. Issachar was 64,300. And Zebulun was 60,500. And they try to fuck around and say the tribe of Joseph, but it's actually the tribe of Manasseh. Okay, and the ones in there were 52,700. And Ephraim was 32,500. The tribe of Benjamin was 45,600. Of the tribe of Dan was 64,400. Asher was 53,400. Naphtali were 45,400. And everybody all together was 601,730. Okay. Now, after they got all that out of the way, God decided to talk to Moses.
Okay. God's huffing balloons again. I had such a good time. Man. Oh, shit. Moses, you're not supposed to sneak up on me. You're supposed to be wearing belts. Sneaking up on me and shit.
Sneaky. Sneaky. Don't do that. Wear bells. Okay. To these, the land shall be divided as an inheritance, according to the numbers of names. To a large tribe, you'll give larger, and to a small tribe, you'll give smaller. Each shall be given its inheritance according to those who were numbered. But the land shall be divided by lot. They shall inherit according to the names of the tribes of their fathers. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm not doing this. I'm not. Oh my God. I'm not doing this. At the end of the day, literally does not matter. Literally doesn't matter. Because we don't fight over this land at all for any reason. I don't even know why we have to know this. But Pinterest said we have to know it. And I've been following this shit to a T. Godtress. I've been following it to a T. And I just don't understand this part. Me, God, right now in God voice. What do I need to know this for? I don't think I do. No. Because at the end of the day, you're going to get it all anyway. But I guess it's just to show how, small you guys turned out. Or, well, you originally, how much little bit of the actual world you own. And so for some reason, you own the world and America and you made everything evil. Could you worship that giant owl on Epstein Island? What's that owl's name? What's his name? Moloch. And you make your children pass through that. America is evil. Evil comes from here because everybody thinks with their heart. And the heart is where evil comes from because you love everybody to the point of sabotage. It's bad. It's just love is self cannibalizing. Well, fake love. Fake love is self cannibalizing. And that's what's happened to America. We've literally self cannibalized. We have made shit so hard it seems normal that when things are getting better, it seems like things are getting worse. We live in the other side of the mirror. America lives on the other side of the mirror. That's what's happening. Somehow we jump timelines, then we jump timelines back, and then we jump timelines again. I'm waiting to jump backwards again. We just need to go back like a little bit. I don't know, something's happening. I don't know what's happening. But anyway, I don't know why we got to read this. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Okay. And these who were those who were numbered of the Levites. Oh, wait. Oh.
We know what's happening. Okay. And these are those who were numbered of the Levites according to their family. Gershon was every male from a month old and above, for they were not numbered among the other vampires because there's no inheritance given to them. These are those who were numbered by Moses and Eleazar, who numbered the children of Israel in the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from the Jericho. But among these there was not a man of those who were numbered by Moses and Aaron when they numbered the vampires in the wilderness of Sinai. For the Lord said of them, they shall surely die in the wilderness. So there was not a man left of them except for Caleb and Joshua, who is the most amazing. I just want to let you know, Joshua is amazing because not even God told him no. Remember when God first came to Moses in the house, and then God was like, he needs to go, and Josh was like, I'm not going. God didn't even yell at him. God didn't even yell at him. God didn't say nothing. Josh said, I'm staying. And God said, okay. That makes Josh a badass. Not only is he Moses' bodyguard, but not even God messed with him because he's so fucking awesome. Just Joshua is my Russell Crowe. Like from Gladiator, like Gladiator. Joshua's Gladiator. Oh, he's so amazing. Okay. So, is anybody still here? Do we want to keep going or do we not want to keep going? The next 2 chapters, at least, are not that long. Who's still here? But I guess while I'm waiting on y'all to tell me who's still here, I'll just smoke a cigarette real quick. I don't like smoking a cigarette while I'm reading Das Bible, but these streams are really... I want these Bible streams to be long, and I want people to be talking and having a good time, you know, interacting and stuff, because that's what matters at the end of the day for YouTube is interaction and shit like that. So, you know, I kind of want these streams to be long. Do you guys want me to keep going? I want to smoke this cigarette and conversate real quick because I want to smoke this cigarette. I think it's been an hour since I had a cigarette, so it might be okay. Do you want me to keep going? I can keep going. These next couple chapters are pretty short. And so what do you guys think about this so far? What do you think about all this? I guess it wouldn't be schematics. It would be mapping, all of this. Mapping and census taking. Like, what do you think about knowing, like, the census and shit? Like, and how the land is going to be divided? Because here coming up shortly, there's going to be like 3 or 4 chapters I'm going to want to skip because there's going to be nothing but fucking names of cities. And it, oh God, going to be so terrible. So, what do you guys think so far? Oh, is there a delay on this chat too? See, I'm trying. Hi, Nolly. Look, I want to tell you something. Oh, I know you don't like my Bible stuff, but I feel like more people show up if I do it at this time. But if you're cooking, maybe you can just listen to my storytelling and my impromptu ADHD. I promise I'll tell the story entertaining. Awesome. Thank you. I love you. We can spend time this way. I am terrible. I'm a terrible cousin. It is important to know what God wants, but God doesn't give them land. He told them how to divide it. We just read that. But I don't think he tells them who gets what land. I think they just make that shit up. I like that it gives all the history. Okay. Okay. Then I'll read it just for you guys. But I'm going to complain the whole time. Okay, I might not complain. And if I do complain, I swear I'll complain in God voice. It'll make it more funny. You know what I was just thinking, Ricky? Your mom is the only person in our family that calls their mom mom. All the rest of us call our moms by their first name or by their nickname. Like my mom, and everybody calls Grandma Betty O. Betty Opal. And my kids call me Nikki. They've never called me Nicole. I I hate that name. And I'm like, don't call me that. Okay. So, all right. All right. Chapter 27. Okay. Then came the daughters of. I go, what the fuck kind of word is that? Okay. I've read this before. Zelophehad, the son of Heifer, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir. See, this is this. I no. Look, her name is. They didn't give the name. Okay. But anyway, they're from Manasseh, the tribe of Manasseh. And these were the names of his daughters: Mahala, Noah, Holga, Milcah, Tirzah. And they stood before Moses, before Eleazar, and before the elders and all the vampires together in the door of the meeting house. And they said, our father died in the wilderness, but he was not in the company of those who gathered together against the Lord. But he died in his own sin, and he had no sons. Why should the name of our father be removed from among his family because he had no son? Give us a possession among our fathers. So Moses brought the case before the Lord, saying, these women, they're power hungry. That's not what Moses said. Moses said, these women, they have no brother. And, if they go to other tribes, then they have no leader, and it's a thing, it. These women are never going to shut up. Never going to be quiet. You think the last ones were bad, and you think you were pissed off the last time. No, no, no. These women will bother you. And God said.
Wait. Oh, I know where I'm at. I know where. Okay. Moses, I understand These people never shut the fuck up. All they do is complain. I'm used to it. They're all like women. They have a real problem. I know. So here's what it's gonna do. Okay. Um, in the Lord's name. The daughters of Zelophehad speak what is right. You shall surely give them a possession of inheritance among their fathers and brothers, and cause the inheritance of their father to pass to them. And you shall tell the vampires, these terrible ass people, if a man dies and has no son, then you shall cause his inheritance to pass to his daughter. If he has no daughter, then you shall give it to his brothers. If he has no brother, then you shall give his inheritance to his father's brothers. And if there's no man, you give it to the oldest relative in his family, and he shall possess it. And it shall be to the vampires a statute of judgment, just as the Lord commanded Moses. Then the Lord said, go up to this Mount Abraham and see the land which I have given to the vampires. And when you have seen it, oh, poor Moses. Poor Moses. Okay. Look, Moses, I saw this thing. I saw this thing. It's called the Pillsbury Doughboy. And if you poke his belly, he giggles. I'm going to do that to you, only you're going to die. I'm going to boop you, and then you're going to die. So I need you to go up there. I need you to go up there. I need you to spin in a circle, and then I'm going to boop you, and you're going to die. I'm going to be like, boop, and you're going to be done for. It's going to be great. It'll be just like that. Just like that. Listen. uh, okay. Just like Aaron. For in the wilderness of Zin, during the strife against my command to hallow me at the waters before their eyes, at the water of Meribah Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin. Remember, he took his stick and he was like, can we give you water? We give you water. Instead of God. God was really mad about that. He was more mad about that than Aaron calling him a cow. I mean, I was more mad about the water thing. It's me right now in God voice. I was more mad about the water thing than Aaron calling me a cow, although that really made me mad. I was feeling some kind of way. Did you see how I made him dressed? It was so funny. Anyway, I'm mad about the water thing. Okay.
So Moses spoke to the Lord, saying, oh, poor Moses. Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the vampires, who may go out before them and go in before them, who may lead them out and bring them in, that the vampires of the Lord may not be like sheep which have no shepherd, which is why all of us have a wolf costume. I told y'all, we are sheep just like wolves. We get in to fit in. We fit in to get in. Yeah, we fit in to get in. That's why we're all dressed like wolves, even the squirrels and frogs and fourth dimension trains. Like, we fit in to get in because the world is full of fucking monsters. So we get in to fit in. And this is why, you know. And the Lord. Okay. I'm not orgasming right now because we're getting to my mind. Man, it's gonna be so fun. So God talked to Moses and he said, "The fuck are you talking about? You're talking bullshit. Talking bullshit." Yeah, talking bullshit. Okay. So the Lord spoke to Moses and said, "Yeah, okay."
Okay. Take Joshua, the son of Nun, with you, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay your hand upon him and set him before Eleazar. Okay? You're going to do that. And you're going to do it before all the people. And you're going to inaugurate him. He's going to put his hand on the ancient Bible and then raise the other one and be like, I'm going to do some shit, yo. And everybody's going to be like, yeah, we're doing shit, yo. It's going to be great. Anyway. And you shall give him some of your authority, and all all the congregation of these terrible ass people may be obedient. He shall stand before Eleazar, who shall inquire before the Lord for him by judgment of the Urim. Is he gonna pee on her? No, Urim. Urim, it's with M. Okay. At his word they shall go out. At his word they shall come in. I thought it was a trumpet. I thought we were blowing trumpets. No trumpets. Okay. Maybe Josh will be like, "Bah, bah, bah," something like that. I'm out of my mind. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Look, you're on. Okay. Go in and come out. He and all the vampires with him. All these terrible ass people. Yeah. Josh is taking charge, man. Yeah. Our sweet ass Joshua. I'm telling you, not even he. No. Wait a minute. He is the only one that told God no and got away with it. And then got rewarded for it. Josh is a badass. I'm sorry. I'm just saying that. Look, look. He literally told me no, and that tickled my fancy. I love that. Yeah, I rewarded the shit out of that guy. He's so brave. Man, he's just like Gladiator. Man, was Gladiator a real person? I hope so. It was Joshua. Oh, I'm losing my mind. Okay.
Okay. So Moses did as the Lord commanded, and he took Joshua and set him before Eleazar and told him he was a fucking badass. That's not what he said. And he stood him before Eleazar and all the vampires, and he laid his hands on him and inaugurated him, just like he was a president. That's not what it said. Just as the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses. Okay. Hey, yeah, Ricky, hold on. Wait, is YouTube not working anymore? Motherfuck. See, I thought I was doing good. I guess not. Okay, my YouTube is working. Is everybody else's YouTube working? Oh my God. See, this is what. See, I didn't read anything. See. Okay. Voice changer isn't working. Okay, it's working. Okay. Yes, it's okay. Vampires make good doctors. It's working. Okay. Okay. At least it's working. Oh, we are at chapter 28. I was gonna see if you guys wanted to go a little further or if you wanted to conversate for a second so I can go pee. And then we'll read chapter 28. But I do have to pee. And yeah. And we're on chapter 28 and we haven't started it yet. And I promise I didn't change too much. As a matter of fact, I probably added a lot more than I changed. um, but I really do gotta pee. Okay. All right. I'm back. Thank you. I'm sorry. I guess I should pause that a little bit, but can you see Captain running around in the background like a crackhead? Yeah. You probably can't even see that, can you? Anyway, welcome back. Yeah, and Muddy, how long have you been a singer? Oh man, more sacrifice rules. I bet they're easier than the last ones. They're changing God's shit, man. But then I guess we don't really know if it's changing God's shit. But God is like uber complicated. So he probably wants complicated shit. He did say Gotris. He's following it to a T. Okay. Oh, Here we go. This is not going to be fun. Okay. Man. Here we go.
Moses! Is voice changer working? Voice changer's working, right? Because Moses, command these vampires, tell them, my food for my offering made by fire has a sweet aroma. You shall be careful to offer to me at their appointed times. Yeah, but I thought the free will offering was anywhere. Why is God? Why is God just changing the rules? Man, look. Tell them this is the offer which you shall offer to the Lord: 2 male lambs in their first year that are perfect, day by day as a regular offering. The one lamb you offer in the morning, the other in the evening, and 1/10 of an ephah of flour as a grain offering, mixed with 1 hin of pressed oil. It is a regular burnt offering, which was ordained at Mount Sinai for a sweet aroma, an offering made by fire. And its drink offering is 1/4 a hin for each lamb. In a holy place, you shall pour out the drink. One for the homies, y'all. Look, and you shall offer it in the evening as the morning. Offer it in the evening as the morning grain offering, and its drink offering. You shall offer it as an offering made by fire, a sweet aroma to the Lord. And on the Sabbath, 2 lambs in their first year, without blemish, 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour as a grain offering, mixed with oil, with its drink offering. This is the burnt offering for every Sabbath, besides the regular burnt offering and its drink offering. I thought we weren't allowed to do anything on the Sabbath. See what I'm saying? They're changing shit. Look.
Sorry, paying attention to chat and trying to read. Look, carry on, my wayward son. I can't read chat. Okay. At the beginning of your month, you will present. Hold on. Neck problems. Okay. At the beginning of your month, you shall present a burnt offering to the Lord: 2 young bulls. This got to be in God voice, right? I'm a fucking retard. Okay.
At the beginning of your months, you shall present a burnt offering: 2 young bulls, 1 ram, 7 lambs. In their first year, totally perfect. 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour as a grain offering mixed with oil. Those are called Johnny cakes, and they are absolutely fucking amazing, especially if they're made with cornbread. Like the Jiffy Mix. Oh, you fry those mofos in oil, forget about it. It's fugazi. Oh, it's so good. Especially if you put like cinnamon and sugar on it. It's like a pancake. So good. Anyway, I got to tell you about this. For each bull, 2/10 of an ephah of flour as a grain offering, mixed with oil for the one ram, and 1/10 of an ephah for fine flour, mixed with oil as a grain offering. For each lamb as a burnt offering of sweet aroma, a fire made, no, an offering made by fire. Their drink offering shall be a half a hin of wine for a bull, 1/3 a hin for a ram, and 1/4 a hin for a lamb. This is the burnt offering for each month throughout the months of the year. Why? Also, 1 kid of the goats as a sin offering to the Lord shall be offered, besides the regular burnt offering and its drink offering. On the 14th day of the first month is Passover. April 14th is Passover. It's not April 17th. They're fucking lying to you. It's April 14th. Is Celebrate Dead Baby Day. It starts April 14th. And on the 15th day, see what I'm saying? Celebrate Dead Baby Day, it's specific. Very fucking specific. And on the 15th day of the month is the feast of unleavened bread shall be eaten for 7 days. On the first day you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no customary work. And you shall present an offering made by fire as a burnt offering, 2 young bulls, 1 ram, 7 lambs in their first year. Be sure they are perfect. Their grain offering shall be of fine flour mixed with oil. 3/10 of an ephah you shall offer for a bull, and 2/10 for a ram. You shall offer 1/10 of an ephah for each of the 7 rams. Also, 1 goat as a sin offering to make atonement for you. You shall offer these besides the burnt offering of the morning, which is a regular burnt offering, because you got to have an offering at the beginning of Celebrate Dead Baby Day. In this manner you shall offer the Lord offerings made by fire daily for 7 days as a sweet aroma. It shall be offered besides the regular burnt offering and its drink offering. And shall on the 7th day you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no customary work for the 800th time. You can't say I didn't tell you, because I told you. Also, on the day of first fruits, when you bring a new grain offering to the Lord at your Feast of Weeks, because that's every single fucking day. Gotris is out of control. There's just so much stuff. I want to be Gatorati again. I want to sing a song. Look, I'm Gatorati. I sing opera. Okay. You shall present a burnt offering as a sweet aroma to the Lord. 2 young bulls, 1 ram, 7 lambs of their first year. Why am I reading this again? I'm not reading this again. I'm not. Why do I gotta read 3 fucking times right now? I've just read the same thing. Gotris is out of control. I want to sing a song. Man, this is crap. Ah ha ha, it's crap. Yeah. But you know what? You don't gotta say the wrong things. But, you know, you could be in the chat, it gets other people talking. So you can stay right there. Okay. So we're going on to the next chapter. So what do you guys want to do? You know what, though? You know what? I don't think it was a sin on Eve's part because God only told that to Adam, and Adam told it to Eve. So I don't think Eve felt like it was sinning against God because actually, look, that whole story, she was trying to be nice, but Adam is the one that lied. And then he blamed God. Literally. God asked him, "What the fuck you do, yo?" And the first thing Adam said was, "This woman you gave me, you gave me this woman." And then the woman was like, "But I was feeding the snake." And the snake was like, "I was hungry." Literally how it went. Adam tried to blame me, God, right now in God voice. Yeah. But he got what he deserved. Look, that wasn't my fault. I was trying to look. I have good intentions, and giving Adam a playmate was a bad idea. That's like giving a redhead a stepmom. It's a bad idea. Ha ha. Okay. Okay. Anyway. Hey, hey. If you say you're sorry, that's all God wants is an apology and for you to pay attention to him. If you fuck around, you will find out. You better say sorry and then blow a trumpet. Oh man. Hold on. Vivla, you gotta go over here for a second. I don't like smoking on my Bible. Feel like it's rude. That's
I hope I wouldn't have to say anything. Uh, I I don't know what to do with the crime thing because I originally started out wanting to do the Bible. Like that's what I've been doing for 5 years. I never planned on doing anything else, so I never made time for it. I was trying to do the Bible live stream early in the day, but nobody showed up except for Muddy, and I was only doing them for like 22 minutes because I felt like it was not the right thing to do. It was not the right time or something. Everybody's the biggest sinner here. There's no bigger sinner. Look, those who want to be first will be last, and those who want to be last will be first. Look, that's how it is. If you want to be the biggest, you will go to back of line. God parties up front. And if you've noticed, God only wants to kill the perfect things. He just leaves the weird looking shit where it's at. God loves weirdos. And I'm telling you, God hangs out them party pen right up there. And that's where he's been for 5 years, giggling and laughing with me over this book. Because God has a sense of humor. And he wants somebody to read this book and know this book. And he did not say the bullshit that these baby killers think that he said. Or at least that's the message I got. Oh, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. You just got to be yourself. Yeah, but you know what? You can say it with me because it's true. It's absolutely true. And people that want to argue with you wish that it wasn't true. If you want to be the last or the first, you will be the last. And I really, really would like to do my best to never go back and read the story of Jesus because it hurts my feelings and it makes me cry. Like, literally, it makes me cry. And I don't like reading it, but I will read it again so people know what it does say because it doesn't say anything. Jesus is a bad, 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 bad motherfucker. Jesus gives no shits. He's not a nice guy. He does kind things, but Jesus is not nice. That's why people don't like him. That's why people don't like him because he calls them out on their shit. They instinctively don't like him because they know who they are. But if you know who you are and go through your hell, Jesus will walk with you through it. And you meet God by walking with Jesus. But I would prefer to never read that story again. It's highly traumatizing. And it hurts my feelings really bad. Because I see what they did to him for absolute no reason. There was no reason for them to do that to that man. But they did. And he knew it. And he lived with it. And it's like, when I was in a coma, I had never read the story of Jesus before, like last year. I had never read that book. And when I was in the coma, I was in the ghetto of heaven. I'm absolutely positive. And Jesus came in there and I asked him for a hug before I ever read the Bible and learned that all he needed a hug and nobody gave him a hug. And I want to give him a hug. But I realized in my coma, I didn't ask him anything. I didn't say anything to him. I just jumped up and gave him a hug. And that was it. And a lot of people say they would ask Jesus, like, the secrets of the universe, or Jesus told them the secrets to life. And it's like, he literally shows up for a second. Like, literally just for a second. You have to be on top of it when he shows up. And I was quick enough to get a hug from him. And I have never forgot that. And I feel like knowing what I know about Jesus, that I think I would have tried to hug him in real life. I think I would have not stayed with him But I would have told him, I'm not staying here, dude. Are you kidding? But I think I would have hugged him before I left. And I don't know why nobody gave him a hug. Well, they say Jesus meets you where you're at when you're ready. And I think Jesus met me where I was at. And if it wouldn't have been for my injuries, I'm not even going to call it an accident or anything. That shit was 100% on purpose. They knew what they were doing. I was literally curb stomped. But I think that was a gift from God. As much as it sucked, and it still sucks now, it was a gift. It's the best thing ever happened to me. I can pay my rent without having to sell my soul, and I'm good with that. But can we read chapter 29? No, Jesus was a motherfucker. Like, if we knew him in real life, I think he would be at the party pen. He'd be one of my subscribers, but he might be a troll. Like that Satan guy. But I think I know that person in real life. I do, and I think it's okay. Let's go to chapter 29. Okay. And in the 7th month, on the first day of the month, so theirs starts in April. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So, wait. So, oh, this is God voice too. Okay. Why are we reading so much of this?
Okay. On the 7th day of the first, and in the 7th month, on the first day, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no customary work. For you, it is a day of blowing the trumpet. Yeah. I told you. Blow the trumpet. Didn't I say that? I did. Gotta blow the trumpet. Okay. Wait a minute. Blow the trumpet. And you shall offer a burnt offering as a sweet aroma to the Lord. One young bull, one ram, and 7 lambs in the first year. Totally perfect. You put the perfect away, get rid of the perfect. The weirdos count. Keep the weirdos. Their grain offering shall be flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for a bull, 2/10 for the ram, and 1/10 for each lamb. Also, 1 kid of the goats as a sin offering to make atonement for you, besides the burnt offerings with the grain offering for the new moon. I thought we don't celebrate moons. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? The first rule of God, don't worship the sun and don't worship the moon. But now all of a sudden there's moon offerings. No, but you blow God the trumpet for God. You're tooting God's horn. You're like, God, come. I need God. And then God comes. Or that's what it seems like. But you gotta blow it like, I need God. God, come here. Just like that. Okay. And 1/10 for each lamb. Also, one kid of the goats, besides the burnt offering and the grain offering for the moon that we're not supposed to celebrate, but okay. The regular burnt offering with its grain offering and their drink offerings, according to their ordinance, as a sweet aroma, an offering made by fire to the Lord. And on the 10th day of this 7th month, you shall have a holy convocation, because you're not lazy enough. Okay. You shall. I told you. Well, I didn't tell you, but they're about to feel totally bad for everything. Okay. On the 10th day, you shall have a convocation. You shall afflict your souls and not do any work. You shall feel like a piece of shit because you are. That's not what that says. It shall. It says, you shall present a burnt offering to the Lord as a sweet aroma. One young bull, one ram, and 7 lambs in their first year. Be sure they are without blemish. Their grain offering shall be. You know what I just.
Look, you remember when Balaam was offering the 7 lambs and 7 rams or whatever on the altars, and this was not a rule before, and the new moon thing wasn't a rule before, and they were fucking around with those people in Moab, and now all of a sudden they got new sacrifice rules, and they're celebrating the fucking moon and shit. These are not God things. If you put it all in context, they were fucking around with these Moabites. They were messing around with their sacrifices and learning their shit. And now all of a sudden, there's new God rules. And Balaam, he was a guy from a different religion, doing different religion shit. And now all of a sudden, these guys are doing different religion shit. And all of a sudden, it's a God thing. Okay. Okay. Good night, Nolly. I love you. I should be there tomorrow morning. Although I might not have a lot of money. Not that I need money or whatever, but I wanted to buy some food. Well, you know, buy some food and bring it over and stuff. It's not working so well. My life is shitty right now. Anyway. Okay. So anyway, there's new sacrifice rules after they do all this other stuff with this other group. And now they're changing God shit. What do you guys think? You think Jesus is the biggest troll? No lie. Okay. And on the 15th day, and on the 5th day, and on the 7th month, blow their. Where the fuck am I at in life? On the 15th day. Okay. Okay. Now I don't remember where I'm at. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Should I have to... Oh, because I just started this page. I think. Okay. I don't remember where I'm at. But then it says, you will keep a feast to the Lord 7 days. And offering their drink. Oh my God. Okay. I don't remember where the hell I'm at. Blowing trumpets, sin offering. Okay. And then you gotta sacrifice for 7 days. Okay. No. 8th day. 8 days. Okay. What day were we on? No. Oh, okay, here we go. On the 2nd day, present 12 young bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs without blemish, and their grain offering and their drink offerings for the bulls and rams, and for the lambs by their number, according to the ordinance. Also 1 kid of the goats as a sin offering, besides a regular offering. Okay. So then this same thing goes on for 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. For 8 days, it's the same fucking thing. And it says, these you shall present to the Lord at your appointed feast, besides your vowed offerings and your free will offerings, as your burnt offerings and your grain offerings, your drink offerings, your peace offerings. So Moses told the vampires everything just as the Lord commanded him. Where the fuck? Verse 17. Okay. 12, 23. Say, yeah. 17. That's where I thought it was. On the 2nd day, right? 12 young bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs, and that were 1 year old and perfect, and their grain and drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and lambs by their number, according. Right, I just read this. And wait. Oh, the 3rd day is 11 bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs that are 1 without blemish, their grain and drink offerings, and the rams and the lambs by number. Also 1 goat, besides the regular burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink. Okay, on the 4th day, it goes down 2. It goes down 1. Each day it's 1. So the 4th day is 10 bulls. On the 5th day is 9 bulls. Yeah, it stays the same, right? but it goes down 1 for the bulls. On the 5th day, 2 rams and 14 lambs without blemish, with their grain offering and stuff. Okay. On the 6th day is 8 bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs, 1 year old without blemish. Right? And then 1 kid off. And 1 goat. Yep. On the 7th day is 7 bulls. Wow, that's clever. It actually, on the 7th day, it ended with the seven bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs. That all stays the same. On the 8th day, you shall have a sacred assembly. You shall do no customary work. You shall present a burnt offering made by fire, a sweet aroma. 1 bull, 1 ram, 7 lambs, 7 1-year-old perfect lambs, and their grain offering and drink offerings for the bull, for the ram, and the lambs by number, according to the ordinance, and also a goat, besides the regular shit. These you shall present to the Lord at your appointed feast, beside your vowed offerings, your free will offerings, your burnt and grain offerings, and your drink offering and peace offering. So Moses told the vampires everything, just like God said. They've had animals all through the thing. Yeah, they do mean something, but I'm not exactly sure also what it means. I'm not really into gematria. I kind of know gematria from the Q thing, but I'm not that much into it to figure it out because I'm not that deep in the Bible. I'm surface level. I just want to giggle at it. But, okay. So we're just going to finish on 30 real quick because I think, yeah, we'll finish out this story and then we'll conversate for just a second. Okay. Then Moses spoke to the heads of the tribes concerning the vampires, saying, "This is the thing which the Lord has commanded. If a man makes a vow or swears an oath to bind himself by some agreement, he shall not break his word, because it's just like his balls and he shouldn't break them for anybody." That's not what God said. He said, he shall not break it. He shall do according to all that proceeds out of his mouth. Or if a woman makes a vow to the Lord and binds herself to some agreement while in her father's house in her youth, and her father hears the vow and the agreement by which she has bound herself, and her father holds his peace, then all her vows shall stand. I took this rule dead serious. I asked my dad and Dustin. I said, "Can I do this?" Because I'm supposed to ask if I can do this. And both of them said yes, and they haven't fucked with me since. because it's like, I gotta do this. Please don't tell me no. And every agreement which she has bound herself shall stand. But if her father overrules her on the day he hears, then none of her vows nor her agreements by which she has bound herself shall stand, and the Lord will release her because her father overruled her. If indeed she takes a husband, well, bound by her vows or by a rash utterance from her lips by which she bound herself, and her husband hears it and makes no response to her on the day he hears, then her vows shall stand, and her agreements by which she is bound shall stand. But if her husband overrules her on the day he hears it, he shall make void her vow which she took and what she uttered with her lips, by which she bound herself, and the Lord will release her. Also, any vow of a widow or a divorced woman by which she has bound herself shall stand against her. If she vowed in her husband's house or bound herself by an agreement with an oath, and her husband heard it, and he made no response to her. Oh, okay, so she did it while he was still alive, and he didn't talk no shit. Then her vow will stand, and every agreement by which she bound herself shall stand. But if her husband made them void on the day he heard them, then whatever proceeded from her lips concerning her vows. Oh, so even if her husband said no and then died, she can't go back and do it. That's fucked. What if it was a good idea? Okay. Okay. So if he says no and he dies, she still can't do it. Okay. But if he does make them void after he has heard them, then then he will not bear the guilt. So even if she does fucked up shit when he dies, it don't matter. These are the statutes which the Lord commanded Moses between a man and his wife, and between a father and his daughter, in her youth in her father's house. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know where my bookmark went. Somewhere. Anyway. So, what did you guys think of it so far? We start a new story tomorrow. But what did you guys think about this story that we read today? Even though it was a lot of schematics and shit. What'd you guys think about it? And then, yeah, it's something like that. Gematria is real fucked up. And then a lot of it depends on if the numbers are spelled or if they're just actual numbers. I'm not exactly sure because I think the rules with numbers 10 and above, you're supposed to make numbers, and 10 and below or 9 and below are words, something. They are fucking hilarious. Just wait. It gets so much better. Well, it gets worse, but then it gets so much better. And God is so funny. And he loves a party. But what did you guys think about this vow thing? Like, if a girl says she promises, but if her dad's like, nah, then she can't do it. Or if her husband's like, then he can't do it. Or she can't do it. Do you guys want to smoke a joint with me real quick before bed? Well, we can smoke this bowl. We can smoke this bowl instead. Okay. There's one cat. Alright, I gotta call my cats in after this. Because it's bedtime. And it's fucking freezing. It's gotten really cold outside over the past, like, hour. My back door's open for my cats. Hey, Ricky. Do I have a concordance Bible? I have fucking no idea. Dustin bought me this Bible because I wanted to name it. I wanted to write all over it. I have the NKJV, but I have a concordance Bible, I think. Well, no. The one I got from the Mormon lady is a Catholic something. Hold on, I'll show you. My bag of Bible. Okay. This is International Inductive Study Bible, New American Standard. And then hey, there's a microphone on there. Cool. And then this other one is Chain Reference Concordance King James Version International Bible Association. Oh, okay. I can't get that back in there right now. Okay, fine. Okay. We'll do it like that. King James. I have two concordance Bibles. Apparently they're the same ones. I got one from a Mormon lady though. She gave me her whole Bible. And then I don't know where I got the other one from. Probably from another preacher. They gave me a lot of Bibles. I have a lot of Mormon Bibles. I don't know how I ended up with so many Mormon Bibles, but I have a lot of them. I've never read them either. You know what song is stuck in my head? Like, does it have vital statistics? They have a lot of stuff in them. I don't know. If you go back in my older videos, I'm actually reading this Bible, but it's too small for me. The words are really small, so they were hard to read. But I actually loved this book. But I don't know, it has maps and shit, and it has study stuff in it, and it's got little numbers, and then it's got insight, like little things to think about, is what it says. Chapters 13 through 24 of 2 Samuel. Consequences of David's sins. Is it like that thing? Things to do. I don't know. I never paid attention to any of this stuff because, you know, I'm a surface level reader. Yep. And this. And this other Bible. I should really find a new place for this microphone. And this other Bible, okay, it's got things it's got on it. Concordance, subject, and index. No, this one doesn't give an introduction. This one, it just tells you about King James, and then it says how to study the Bible. Is it that kind of thing? This one was my original Bible from the Mormon lady. At the beginning. Oh, the one Bible I have, I don't remember which one, probably the one I just showed. It tells about the authors of the New Testament. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it tells you how to read it, and then it does tell you about the chapters. In the Inductive Study Bible, it does do that, but it tells you a lot more about the authors of the Jesus book better than any of the other books. But again, I don't read any of that stuff because I'm not like studying it per se. I mean, I do want to know what it says. And you would think I would know what it said after 5 years of reading it, but I do not. All right, good night, Feather. Good night, Feather. I love you. Why, Miss Muddy, are you wanting to study the Bible like that? I have to say, I didn't necessarily ever picture myself doing Bible studies per se. I know that there was a few people who were trying to use my videos to teach the Bible, and I had to make them stop because I don't teach the Bible. I read the Bible. There's a very big difference, isn't there? As I try to make people not do that because I'm not very good. I'm not very Bible-y. But I'm pretty sure if I read this enough times, I'm going to end up Bible. But first I got to get through it. But it is almost time to bring in my cats and see if Dawson's still awake. We just got this king-size bed the other day, and I've only slept in it one time, so I want to try to sleep in it again. Yeah, I'm not very Bible. No, just talking. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not very Bible at all. But Miss Muddy, yeah, I personally don't ever want to be considered a Bible expert. I feel like Bible expert is something totally different than what I do. I am an expert at ancient humor. Finding the humor in ancient things, maybe. I don't know. But really, I just think I have eyes to see or something. Like my eyes or my brain is different when it comes to some of this religion stuff. Because it's like when you hear certain things that people say about the Bible, well, when I hear people say things about the Bible, it's like I automatically have to put them in their place. Like that's not what fucking happened. That's not what happened. Like when people post things on the Discord, like Christian things, like I have to stop responding because I just read the title and it's like, yeah, but that's not what happened though. But how the fuck do I really know what happened? Because I wasn't there. But usually if it's funny, it's true. So I just base the shit that's funny in the Bible to probably be more true than what anybody has ever said about that Bible. But a lot of people want to read it for like meanings and, how to run their life or, the psychological meaning. It's like, I just want to read the words because the words at the end of the day, the words are what matter. And if you know what it says, people can't use their word magic against you in religious terms because you know what the fuck it said. You know what I mean? So And I feel like maybe that's more of my purpose than like Bible study. Maybe it's, to try to save people from the snakes. The I just I learned that the Bible should be called the Bible. It should really be called Fafal. Fuck around and find out. Because really, and I have to say, the reason that I have such a problem with these people and their codependency is because I feel like I might be the same way. You know what I mean? Like, I love God. God is my buddy, but still, I do some not so savory things. You know what I mean? So it makes me want to hate these people because I hate the way I act because I'm kind of the same way. It's like, yeah, but God's my friend. I could probably do this. And then God's like, no, bitch, no. You think that too? But even not reading the Bible religiously, well, I read the Bible religiously, but not in the religious way. You know what I mean? So I feel like I have a different understanding, but I know for sure that I wouldn't have been. I would have been with the group of complainers. I would have complained the whole time, just like all the other ones did, you know? I'd be like, why? I was happy as Slave. Yeah, I'm one of those hard to love people, like in real life. I mean, not everybody has a hard time loving me, but after a while, I am a hard person to love because I'm very stuck in my ways and it is very hard to push me in a different direction. It's like I'm an 80-year-old man in a 40-year-old body. And I don't mean like bones cracking and shit. I just mean my mentality. It's like I just want to be in my own space. Leave me alone. And I think I don't know how people have, and I'm sure they do have these experiences with God and stuff. And I wonder why my experience with Jesus was literally just a hug. It wasn't any kind of, I'm going to show you the secrets of the world. It was literally giving me a hug. And then I woke up from a coma. And you should try to remember what else was in there. Because if it was memories you long forgotten, what was there? What was it doing? What it looked like? You know, things like that. Like, was the color of the earth different? Was the color of the water different? Like, what was different? You know, and if you have an experience like that, you can write it and make it real, like, detailed and shit, and Mormons will fucking eat that up. You know, they're like, I'm a pagan who had a dream about God, and then bam, you just made some money because people love that vision shit. Like, they will eat that vision shit up, which is kind of why I'm mad in the first place that I didn't get any kind of special message. Okay, well, yeah, then don't type for a while. Because here in about, I don't know, 5, 10 minutes, I gotta hang up. But Miss Muddy, what did you think about the new intro video? It has the rules and everything on it. I'm gonna play it on our way out. And a lot of people left. So people are going to bed. So it's probably time to start saying goodnight. I do want to tell. We'll start writing them down, and then you can make a book and make some money. And buy your mom a bigger house. Or a nicer house out of the ghetto. You know. And then you could build me a house next door so I can feed the raccoons. I need to find a way to make time for them. Because I haven't made time for them in weeks. And it's finally getting warm enough to be out there with them. Okay. Okay. Then let's all go give our. No. Look. You be whatever you gotta be to make you that money, son. And if writing about these visions is gonna make you that money, then do it. You know? And fuck, you can write them and I'll put them in my name. I don't give a shit. Or you could be written in the basement of the party pen. Something like that. It's okay. I don't want to be related to anybody. But, cousin, it's time to give the pillows some head and the sheets some ass and have the greatest. No. Look, it's time to give the pillows some head and the sheets some ass and have the sweetest dreams ever. I love you. Now I'm going to play our new entrance as the way out. I love you so much. Bye. Wait. Yeah. Here we go.